Hey, what's up, guys? So, I just got finished watching this video by 2020 Mayhem on Asli Tarcan, and it literally just broke my heart. And it inspired me to make a video because I feel like one is overdue. I found his channel through watching this channel called Rate This Clinic, and it talks about people with botched hair transplants. Um, I believe a lot of them are from Asli Tarcan, and I literally just got finished watching the video, and I'm like, I need to make a video. Um, the reason why I haven't made a video in a long time is because I promised that I would keep up with the updates for a year to see what the year results would look like. And after that, life just goes on. You forget about it and you try to move forward. Now, the question of this video is, would I recommend Asli Tarcan or not? And we will get to that. But I do recommend you go take a look at 2020 Mayhem's video. I'll link it down below. And also Rate This Clinic. He have a lot of good videos on his channel as well. So for me, this is where it all started. I literally had a five head. Um, I definitely had a five head and some thinning on the top. It actually was killing my confidence, and I was thinking about getting a hair transplant for a while. I watched a lot of Dr. Deep's videos. I'm sure a lot of you guys um, watched his videos as well. And when you called them up to get that price, you had a price shock. So for me, I knew that Dr. Deep definitely wasn't an option. So when I started doing my research, I did what everybody else did. I started looking for, you know, clinics that was a little bit more affordable. And then that's when I discovered, different African American guys. I wouldn't say African American, different black guys with, hair similar to mine, going to places like Turkey for hair transplants. The guy who transplant I seen, I won't mention him here, but I thought his results looked amazing. So let me rewind back. My first option was Hair of Istanbul, and I was actually going to go to them because at the time they were still kind of cheap, and the guys that I know that went to them, like they were pretty happy with their results, but it still was a bit amount out of my range. So I started chatting with Asli Tarjan. I'll say it correctly. Asli Tarjan, and they said they could do it for 1,700. I don't even think that's the price that they charge right now. I don't know how much they charge, but they said they could do it for 1,700. So I was like, why not? So I booked the flight there, and yeah, the rest was history. But before I get to the after, let's talk about their reviews. So with their reviews, especially this website Trustpilot. So you're sitting at the clinic, you just got your hair transplant done, right? You go from a situation from looking like George Jefferson to a hairline looking like Drake. Maybe not Drake, but you get what I'm saying. So when you're there, you're in the moment, they ask you to do a review. You're like, yeah, I'll do a review. You're seeing the hairline, you're seeing that you have, endpoints, and like your hairline is looking good. So you're like, yeah, I'll do a review. Some people actually get sucked into it. They have add-ons with, with the teeth, the skin, this ozone blood stuff. Like you get sucked in. Like I didn't do none of that because I was kind of like broke as fuck when I went. Not broke, but I just didn't want to spend the extra money, so I didn't do any of that. But you get sucked in. You see the new hairline and you're excited. So you do the review. So I would bet 100% of the good reviews that they have are people that did the reviews while they were still at the clinic, and they pretty much stand over you while you're making the review. So for the future, if anybody's watching this video, just be a little iffy about the reviews because they're like, is the actual patient really writing in the review? But how honest can you be when they're standing right over you? You just got finished, doing your hair transplant. You went from being bald to having a hairline, so you're excited. So you don't. It's not 12 months. So how can you review something where it's only 1 day post-op, 1 to 2 days post-op? That's not a real review. So this was me about 5 days post-op. Um, the grafts looked good at the time. As you can see, I have endpoints with the right side and the left side. As far as my donor area, and I will get a little bit more in depth with that um, a little later in the video. But I kind of lucked out because I know that a lot of guys, even the guy that I went with, like, is really pink in the back when you get it done. But for some reason, the technician that did my hair wasn't as bad as the other techs, I guess, because I never got that pink cherry looking thing in the back of my head. Like I still always kind of maintain my skin color. Yeah, it was a little lighter when they did it, but thankfully it didn't get too bad. So this is what my hair is looking like literally right now. As I said, 2020 mayhem inspired me to make a video. So after watching this video, I literally ran in the bathroom under the light, shot photos, and came here, uploaded them to my laptop, and started making this video. There is a lot of, not a lot, but there is some imperfections that I hate. Um, Up at the top, it's not as dense as I would want it to be. Um, the one time that I did cut my hair low, I didn't like how uneven it was. I did it myself. I'm not a barber, so maybe that what could have, made it not look good. But I don't plan on cutting my hair anytime soon. I like how it looks longer. And as you can see in the up close photo of the hairline, you can see like it's a little bit thin. And I mean, you can't notice it to the naked eye unless you really staring at it. As far as the donut area, I have a fade haircut in this photo, um, so it's not really showing what it really looks like. I'll put a photo of what the donut area looked like unfaded. But on the right side, by the earlobe, it's like this spot where like it's thin, and yeah, that really bothers me. But thankfully, like uh, when I grow the hair out, it's not that noticeable. And I'll show a photo later in the video on how it looks when I don't have it faded and it just is just growing out. Like there's a patch um, on the right side of my donor area. It's honestly not that noticeable. Like I just color it in with a pencil and I'm good. But I would say I'm not happy with my donor area because I shouldn't have to color anything in with a pencil. Um, I think 2020 Mayhem said they wanted to do more grafts than what he wanted, something like that. I don't remember, but in my experience, I had to fight with them for 4,000 grafts. They wanted to give me 5,000 grafts, and as you can see here, there's no way in hell I needed 5,000 grafts. I didn't even want 4,000 grafts, but it was a compromise. At the time, I didn't know any better. So I'm like, all right, 4,000. I just didn't want them to do 5,000. When I spoke to Dr. Deep, he said I would maybe need 1,500 to 2,000 grafts. When I spoke to here of Istanbul, they said 2,500 to 3,000 grafts. 2,500 to 3,000 grafts sound a bit more realistic to me than needing 5,000 grafts. And even with the 4,000 grafts, it don't feel like they used 4,000 grafts on my head. So this is what my hair looked like about a week and a half ago, when I had a fresh cut and the barber used a sponge brush on me. Guys, honestly, this was my first real haircut since 2019. I do have some enhancements in my head. The barber, that's just what he do. Like he do it with everybody. In all honesty. So yeah, that's what my hair looked like with a fresh haircut. Um, After like over 2 years, and then this is what the donut area looked like. Um, Fresh in the fade. Now, in the area that is a little bit light on, I don't know if that's from the actual hair transplant or if that's from just not having a haircut for like damn near almost 3 years because the sun haven't touched the back of my scalp or the top of my scalp since maybe May 2019. That's the last time I was at a barbershop. And then COVID hit in 2020, and that was it. I wasn't getting my hair cut that often, but I definitely stopped once the pandemic happened. So again, I'm not sure if the lighter area is from the hair transplant or just from like hair not ever touching that spot in a long time, because in the other photo is on when I first got the transplant is actually my regular skin color. So I'm thinking maybe it's just because I haven't been getting any sunlight. I was actually shocked to see that in the photo when I took it because when I'm looking in the mirror, you actually can't see it, but for some reason in the photo, it picks it up. Even I asked my sister. She says she don't see the contrast in real life, but in the photo you can see it. But regardless, just to be clear, I'm not happy with my donor area, even though I know that it could definitely be worse. So this is what my donor area looked like on a normal day. I actually was wearing a do-rag, so my hair is kind of packed down. But as you can see in that little spot on the right is lighter than the rest of the back of my donor area. I really don't like that. And this is under daylight, a daylight bulb under my mirror. I have two lights in my bathroom, so it's really, really bright. So you can see it. If I'm feeling insecure about it, I'll just like color it in with like I'll either use like eyeliner pencil or like some sessions hair dye just to color it in, and I'm done. To tell you the truth, guys, a lot of people in my family don't even know I have a hair transplant. Like my mom and my siblings don't know that I have a hair transplant because prior to the hair transplant, I was either wearing a do rag or a hat, so they never even saw my hair. Anyways, I don't wear a do-rag or a hat now anymore, but they don't even question it. The only person that know I had a hair transplant is my brother. And the only reason that I told him was because just in case I died in Turkey or something happened to me, somebody would, know that that was the last place I was before I went missing. And yeah, this is the rest of my hair when it's not fully grown out. It actually was kind of long hair. I just had a do-rag on. Like you can see the do-rag lines on the sides. Sometimes I just don't want to deal with it, and I just do-rag up so I don't have to comb it or anything. But yeah, this is what my hair look like on a regular basis. And as I said, my family don't know I had a hair transplant. At this point, it's not really a secret. It's just that it's never a point where it needed to come up. But if someone was to ask me now in my family, I would be like, yeah, I got a hair transplant. But I doubt that would ever happen. But I do want to tell them though. But yeah. So to answer the question, the big question, with my results, would I recommend Asli Tarcan? The answer is no. The reason why I wouldn't recommend Asli Tarcan because even though my results turned out the way they did, and even I don't have the best results, I have, problem areas. I still wouldn't recommend them because I feel my situation is in a results not typical type of thing. I feel like my results are not typical. And just based off the things that I saw online, and even with me, with the thin spots on the top, which aren't as bad as others, or the 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 small patch in my donut area that's missing, even though those are small things, compared to others, I still only get one head, and I only get one donut area. Like 2020 Mayhem said, you only get one donut area, so you can't fuck it up. And I believe Asli Tarkan fucked it up. So where do I go from here? So as I said before, walking through life, nobody really gonna notice, anything different with my head, with a touch-up enhancement here or there. Like I said, I, I feel like I got away scot-free because even though I don't like my results, I've seen a lot worse. But right now, I've seen on Rick This Clinic's video where Dr. Mwamba, I think I said his name right, corrected, um, Asli Tarkan mistakes. So, and I found out he's actually in my state. Like he travels between three different states, and I live in one of those states that he actually work out of. So I'm gonna try to see if I can reach out to him and have a consultation because I do want to get the patch in the back of my head corrected. Just that small patch. Yeah, it's small, but it bothers me. I don't want to have to, deal with that all the time. And then the front of my head, like, if I was to, make parts and stuff, like, it's not as dense as I would like it. And I think my hairline. I know it's a weird thing to say, but I think my hairline is a lot straighter than I would like it to be. Um, Sometimes it just don't look as good. I am in the film industry, and sometimes some of the roles it calls for you not to have a super straight hairline, especially if it's a period piece. People didn't get shape ups in the 1800s. So yeah, it's actually a detriment to me. So one of the things I would fix is try to, thicken the weak areas and soften the hairline to not have such a sharp, straight hairline. I'm going to end the video here because I feel like it's getting too long. I think this is the longest video I ever made. Yeah, so I do not recommend Asli Tarcan. And this is not the first time anyone has heard me say this. I've said it in the group chats, and I think I said it in past videos. I haven't watched my videos in a long time, or in the comments. I don't recommend Asli Tarcan. But yeah, that's the video. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to just talk about your experience, just comment down below. And yeah.